This is just some podcast about bush beers.
This is what this is. Why Bush is great. We're gonna have Bush liveries by the end of this. One day we're gonna have cars with Bush liveries.
One side's gonna be Bush and the other side's gonna be Hoopina.
Tranquilo.
So, when all plans,
This is OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. This is getting close to OnlyFans.
And it took a turn for the worse.
And we're quitting. So when all plans fall through, it is me and Nelson.
Which Nelson?
Nelson Ayra.
Oh, the second choice. No.
The second choice. Still a good choice.
It's always a good choice.
This is a good choice with Nelson while having a bush. Cheers. Get your bush. Woo. All right.
No alcoholic percentage.
No, this is just this is more water than anything else, but it's still, I think after like 20.
What number bush are you on?
I don't know. I don't count.
I want to say this is like that, the first 24 pack that we have. Like, there's a dent in that shit.
I think we're halfway through probably.
I'm at least six deep.
You're at least six. Yeah, we put a dent. When you have a 48 in your fridge because somebody bought a 24 and then didn't tell the other person about the 24, it becomes a problem. But nonetheless,
judging eyes in the corner.
It's okay. You get judged all the time. You enjoy your bush. You enjoy your bush too. Don't feel a judgment.
This is just some podcast about bush beers. This is what
this is. Why Bush is great. We're gonna have Bush liveries by the end of this. One day we're gonna have cars with Bush liveries.
One side's gonna be Bush and the other side's gonna be Hoopina. Just to keep it OG.
Yeah.
And my steering wheel is just gonna be like Cuban sandwich.
I almost have the Hoopina color on there for us, so.
Oh my god, you really do.
I put a green sticker on that. It's done.
It's over. There's a green Gutter Club sticker on it. Be wearing it. They're not gonna read Gutter Club. They're just be like, oh yeah, Hoopina. Yeah, no, I see it.
That's beautiful. All right. So today's topic of choice that I was thinking about earlier when I was talking about it, and then I was like, you know what? Let me save this. Was why people don't understand the passion for drifting. This stuff comes with it, and it's not good because your pockets don't enjoy it.
Why people don't understand the passion of drifting?
Yeah, from somebody looking from outside looking in.
Because it's fucking retarded.
No,
yeah. A good example is Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle's literally saying like, "Yo, like I'm done. Like,
yeah,
like I don't want like my cars anymore. Like I don't love it that much." Like you literally need to love drifting to do it, especially in South Florida.
It's that, and then it's like, I want to say deeper than that, because some people will be like, why would you do all this for? Like it's like at that point it's just you're willing to put up with like situations that you're just like,
I mean, how many things could you have been doing besides drifting that you've gone out and you went drifting?
I say this a million times.
So much, I don't know, more beneficial to your life in theory.
I got asked this question, and I said, like, it was ridiculous to think about, and it's not great to think about. They're like, how much money do you think you would have saved by now if you weren't drifting?
That's
And I was
that's
just
a
like,
that's a terrible question.
I'd have minimum, like with everything that I've done, I'd have like a fucking like $20,000 to $30,000 bank account.
I would literally, but I wouldn't be the same person. But I would literally
Yeah.
own a house
Yeah.
and be settled.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I probably want like children by now and some dumb white picket fence or some shit.
No. Besides the fact of like wanting children and all that, but like the family, the whole buying a house.
I would be a better human.
They just told me, no. They just asked the question of how much money do you think you would have right now?
Yeah,
and I was just like, if I was somebody that was into like, just like computers and gaming, I would have to build my computer once.
Drifting's fucked up because like, especially like the type of drifting we like, where it's like, you gotta build the car and like keep it up, and then like if you fuck up the car, like, at least for me, like I don't want to like keep driving it fucked up. I want it to look nice. So now I have to make it look nice to keep driving it. So like it's more money.
Yeah.
So it's like the number just keeps fucking growing compared to like someone that's there like oh like yeah like whatever like I'll drive my car and as it fucks up like I'll just keep it fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that number doesn't really grow. So like when people relate it to like let's say like I don't know like a hobby like computers or something like you spend it once and you're good most likely. Like I feel like with drifting it's like you're just spending
upgrade.
it always like
Yeah.
It's just a revolving door of my bank account being at zero.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, I broke this. How can I make it better? Possibly buy 2 of them this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the problem that I encounter a lot is people don't understand. It's just like, why do you keep fucking your car up and then fixing it and then you do it again? And I'm like, it's like, to me it's part of it and it's gonna happen, but to them it's just like, it's a mystery. It's just like, why would you want to fuck up your car? Like, why don't you just do something else?
So a good story relating to this. I met up with one of my Japanese teachers from LA at a sushi place, right? Ironically, sushi place. I told her I was there, like, yo, like I'll take you to a Cuban place here in Miami. She's like, no, my sister, which she's Japanese, lives in Aventura. Goes, no, we're craving sushi. So I was there, like, stereotype. All right,
It doesn't make sense.
I'll join you guys at the sushi place.
I'm not gonna say
I guess
no.
I'm the tourist, right? So I met up with them at the sushi place, right? Eat sushi, great time. We leave. I went in my S13, no interior, no nothing, right? They come outside and they go like, "Oh my God, this is your car, huh?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm like refreshing it. This is how it looks." They're like, "Oh yeah, you for sure no girlfriend with this car, no, for sure not."
Yeah.
I was there like, man, if I was into like some other thing, this conversation would be way different.
Cars, they're always just terrible for people. They're just like, why would you drive this around? Why don't you get yourself a new car? You'd be so much better in a new car.
I would be so much better in a new car.
Life
I would be
great. But
then I wouldn't daily drive with a missing side mirror that just throws amazing cold air right out of my eyes as I daily drive. I wake up in the morning and I'm there like, do I need to grab a paper towel for my windshield or do I not need to grab a paper towel for my windshield
to block it out?
No, just
to wipe.
The dew that's all over my windshields.
You just gotta get
because
something.
my windshield wipers don't work.
You gotta get something to deflect the air perfectly straight to the wind. Just put a little piece of pipe on there.
I was late to work the other day. I was driving and the rain forecast didn't show rain. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking good. I can take the car.
When you
and
trust
I'm on
Miami
the highway,
forecast,
it starts fucking pouring, and I can't see shit. I could kind of see like the white lines on the highway. And they're like, oh, so if I just guide my car off the lines, I won't crash into anyone.
Jesus Christ. No, that's I've encountered that before, and it's what you do to put up with a car.
This is to put up with a bucket, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. But those couple minutes that you're on track definitely does great.
Yeah.
It looks good for a certain amount of time.
So like the wrong photographer grabs like the wrong photo of you, and just they're like, oh, that could have been so much better.
All right.
Like you're at Clutch Kickers and just all the photos you get.
It's like, this could have been like 10 minutes earlier. Definitely would have been. You're looking at somebody just disagree.
Why?
All right, but back to the topic. When did you, let's say, when did you know that? When and how did you know that you were, I guess I'm saying, addicted to the drifting, to like
To addicted to drifting?
Yeah, like you wanted to do this, and you would do a lot of things that wouldn't make sense normally just to drift.
That would be probably when I would say when you found me at a coupe. Like when you found me at a coupe.
I was thinking about that too. I was just like, please
Yeah,
don't say that. Like,
'cause
I'm the problem.
The reason, like, so I was into drifting forever, and then
Uh-huh.
I realized I was there, like, oh, I can't afford this, so I'm gonna be a media guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna focus on media forever. Like that was literally my mentality. I was there, like,
Yeah.
drifting isn't a thing for me, like financially, like there's no way I could afford it. Like I'm just gonna be a media guy, and that's what I was. I was a media guy for years, and then I got bored of it. I was there, like, like I'm capturing like someone else's moments, not my own. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm never in the moment. I'm just capturing the moment.
Capturing
like,
it.
like it gets old after a while. Like you're there, like
Mhm.
not old. That's a bad way of putting it, because I enjoyed it, doing it. It was just
It
you
comes to a
don't-
point that you're like, that should be me, and
yeah,
this,
correct.
the person here should be
Yeah.
somebody else.
Even though it's like a situation that you probably won't be in, but mentally you're there, like, oh man, like there's just so much I could take of like of this situation or whatever. And then I left it, and then you hit me up for the coupe, and when I got the coupe, I was there like, all right, this is like my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew at that moment that I was gonna not shoot as much, and I was gonna focus on driving,
Yeah.
and that's when I knew I was fucked, pretty much. that's it.
Yeah. All right. So you knew you were fucked.
Mhm.
You did it. You went through it. You did a decent amount of stuff within that. What was it, like 8 to 10 months to the car. You
In the first year,
let's say the first year.
the first year was spent on that car. The first like 6 months when like we first
Yeah.
got it was spent on like me figuring shit out financially. I was there like, yo, my finances are not set up for like drifting.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the second half was like set up to like, all right, I want to do my first event. Like I gotta set up financially to do the event. I didn't want to be like broke as shit
Yeah.
to do it or whatever.
So you
Like
did
none of it was on looks or anything on that car. It was like
Yeah,
purely
no,
financed to be
just
able to drift.
to drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're purely driving. So you were able to drive. You made the car drivable, driftable,
Arguably.
barely, but with a little bit of struggle in it. And then drove your first event. Did you drive? You drove 2 events
I
before you
drove
majorly dived into it.
PBR, which was a terrible mistake.
Oh, so you drove 3.
Yeah,
That
I drove
makes 3 events with the car at its first stage.
No, wait, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3, but it was like, to be honest, like the first 3 events I did with that car shouldn't be counted towards like driver skill. It was like literally just learning how bad I'm fucking up
Learning.
with like what events I'm picking to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the first event was PBR, which is not beginner friendly. Like they threw you on a road course that's all like third gear. You can't do shit in second.
Yeah.
And I haven't like I don't street drift or anything, so like I don't know how to fucking do that.
Yeah.
But I'm out there just like throwing myself into the grass that they don't want me to be in. My second event was Immokalee, which the driver count's way too high for you to like learn anything.
for no reason.
Yeah, like it's like ridiculously high, and you just don't have any seat time. Like you literally can't learn. Like, and this is to someone that can't do like a figure eight at this point.
Yeah.
And then my third one was fucking EYB, which is ridiculous for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna drive my car to fucking EYB. I can't do a figure eight. Let me fucking do this.
Which is, this still brings back to that point of how and everything that, like, what you would do to go drifting that doesn't make sense to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's driving a 240 to EYB that's from Miami to New Orleans, which is turns out to be like 16 hours or so.
I think I did an article on Adult Vacation on it, and I think the math was like 1,600 miles I drove total.
Yeah.
That weekend.
Jesus.
Which I did it again in the red car. But the red car wasn't as intense as
you came
the coupe.
It was like a one-way trip too.
It wasn't. It was more enjoyable. It wasn't enjoyable at the time when I did it because I wasn't supposed to drift that car or whatever.
Yeah, but you enjoyed it after.
But it was more enjoyable because I did enjoy the event more. Like the coupe, like I didn't enjoy that event as much. I enjoyed like the partying aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like the partying was super cool. Will drove my car actually way more than I did, so I learned off watching Will drive. Like that's really what was happening, which was great. But nah.
So, all right. Drive from Miami to New Orleans, 16 hours. At that point, this is event number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, drive from Miami to New Orleans, 16 hours. Drive, brake, fix, drive.
Yeah.
And then come back, street driving again, 16 hours.
Yeah.
In a bouncy car with a bucket seat.
It wasn't that bouncy on those Megans.
Really?
The ones that Danny sold me, those things weren't, like, for what they weren't terrible. They were just frozen.
They were seized.
They were frozen.
They weren't bad. They were just seized.
They were frozen at the best setting, which is the lowest setting. But for how I had that car set up, like, that's the least of my worries. Like,
yeah. Okay. And then, so yeah, that's the whole point of like doing all these events.
mm-hmm.
You look back on them, you're like, damn, that shit was crazy. You enjoyed it. That was a time you enjoyed. And then now you're at this point, which you can actually drive.
Linga corner.
You can actually enjoy an event.
Yeah.
All those first missions, obviously, some of them you would be like, I wouldn't do that one again.
Yeah. There's a few down there, like, that was fucking... Like, EYB was not retarded. I will not take that back.
No, EYB.
That was extremely fun, and EYB is the greatest event that the United States has. And I can't wait to drive 2021. Just throwing that out there.
Hopefully.
But yeah, there's definitely some events that I'll take back. From the beginning of driving and, like, figuring shit out and shit. Mm-hmm. That was just, like, a huge waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you always got to do the events that are a waste of time.
Yes and no. In my opinion, that's a South Florida problem.
Yeah.
Because just South Florida doesn't have tracks and events. And the ones you do, like, they're not really geared towards anything. Like no. What do we have down here that's, like, geared towards, let's say, a beginner? It's fucking OSW that's 4 hours away. Yeah. And, like, you hope you get a learner spot. If not, you're throwing a gauntlet. You got a street drift or some shit.
Yeah. That's where I think if you actually, like... And that's what kills drifting for a lot of people down here. But that's where I think if you actually like drifting or not.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm not willing to put up with any of these fucking events. But for us, it was like the only thing we have.
Yeah, well, my thing was like, I want to get better, and I'm not getting better during these events. What's the next phase? Or like what can I fucking do in private days? That's literally what it was. And which people, I guess, they get mad at. They're like, oh, these guys only drive private days. It's like, that's the only time I get seat time.
Yeah, you actually get to drive. I don't want to fucking...
Like, I'll go to an event, and I'll wait in grid for, like, an hour in Florida.
Yeah.
and not Florida, South Florida,
Yeah.
and I'll get like 4 laps a whole event compared to going on a private day
Yeah.
for 5 hours driving
Yeah,
all day.
I think when you do an event like that, you want to be good already. Like when you go to an event that you know that you're not going to drive
Which was
a
you
lot.
guys. Yeah.
It's like you want to be able to know that you can drive the track already. Like you don't want to go and be like, oh, hey, I'm trying to learn drifting, and then be stuck in fucking line waiting for 25 minutes, and you only have 5 minutes left to do your whatever you're gonna do, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's what that event that was happening. I was looking at you guys. I was there like, man, these guys are having like mad fun. Like I'm trying to stay positive out here, but I'm about to have a heat stroke in this car. This car does not have AC, and I've been on grid for a while.
Damn, was I driving the IS that event? No.
No, so the IS event wasn't bad. That was actually a pretty good one. That was a Halloween one.
It was good.
But alcohol was everything at that event. Like, I was massively fucking wasted at that event.
Yeah. That was
the second one was the one that I didn't like.
Okay, so that was the first one.
Yeah, so the second one right after the October event was an April event, April showers or whatever, where they like.
That's where all these guys came down and everything too.
Correct. There's like Spirit Street or whatever, and then like I felt bad because I was like super like. Not pissed, but I was like bummed and like
you're
not
annoyed.
in a good mood. Yeah, because it was just I was literally on grid for an hour, like without driving, and then these guys were having a great time in like the other class.
Yeah,
I was there like, fuck, like I want to drive, I want to get better, so I could drive with them.
I guess that's where and doing all that and going to shit events, and you're still.
Should have just gone a sim at that point.
Yeah. If you knew about simming earlier, you were like, you know what, fuck all this.
I would have gone on my first event, linked the whole track, and I would have been fucking good. And that's it.
Simming is, I see with you, it definitely made a huge difference because you're able to do, not saying with you because, you weren't driving so well. But with you, it's made a huge difference that you're able to do a lot of things, like just a couple days before going somewhere. You're like, oh shit, let me drive for like a couple hours on the sim just to get like
a couple hours,
days,
a couple days drunk as shit with everyone on Discord.
Exactly. But I've taken the same from simming, which is where like. You get to drive simming, and then you get to drive a track that you're going to be at. And then you can see why people drive a certain way. But then at the same time, you can adjust visually to driving that track a certain way.
I feel, so with simming, I feel I bypassed 6 months to a year in a way. Because, so as a media person, I've been around it for like 10 years, right? Like easily a decade of watching people drive, watching what people do. But as a media guy not driving, like you don't understand what's happening in the cockpit.
You wouldn't know.
You see what the car is doing and like you try to like understand what's happening, but unless you're driving, you don't really get what they're doing to get around that corner. Like you don't understand like oh, he did this to get around this corner and that's what made it sick or whatever. Like you just know like the car looks cool, so I'm gonna shoot that going there. Like with simming, what it helped me is like, oh man, like I understand what he did to get around here to fucking do it.
To actually push it.
So my photography actually got better through simming, in my opinion. And obviously like my driving was able to progress, I would say 6 months a year just because of simming.
I think that's also like a huge thing where if you don't understand drifting, like your pictures won't be so great. Yeah,
all right, let's say like there's a person that just starts shooting drifting, and like their photos are mostly like they're fairly predictable. Like you could see a person that's never shot drifting and be like, oh, that's a person that's never seen an event or whatever, because they shoot the wrong spots. It's like a skate photographer trying to shoot skating, they're timing it wrong. Like you gotta time like a corner. Like you don't want to shoot someone initiating to the corner. But I mean, you can in a certain way. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to explain in a way, but you
Yeah.
could pinpoint it, and like drivers could pinpoint it. That's like the sketchy part about it. It's like if I take a bad photo, I know like a driver's gonna be like, oh, I don't really fuck with that photo. Like
Yeah.
my good photos, the drivers are there like, oh, I fuck with that photo because
Yeah.
I shot them during a certain point.
Yeah.
And
When
a
they
person that doesn't understand like how that driver did that might be at a downfall.
Yeah.
But then you have photographers like Geronimo, which is fucking probably the greatest photographer at the moment,
Yeah.
like for the scene, in my opinion. But he's shooting people on that like max lock photos,
Yeah.
and that's what drivers want. So he was able, like through trial and error, figure out what drivers want. At the end of the day, it's like what drivers want,
Yeah.
and it's what
yeah,
drivers are doing.
which
It's
is
like
I've seen pictures of like cars in mid transition, like it's
Yeah,
not a
those-
great spot.
you don't want mid-turn.
Yeah. Like I've seen pictures of mid transition. I'm just like, doesn't make sense. But obviously, sometimes it's people that don't drive either. They're just photographers.
Most of the time, it's people that don't drive. Like
Yeah.
you don't shoot a driver mid-transition. Like that's just
Yeah,
It's gonna be-
And some people do it, but they post it, and they're just like,
yeah.
just like, sure.
You know what's
like
weird though? I don't
10
post a
clicks
photo
after.
of a driver that like let's say like I got a photo of you at max angle on a corner, but I know you never did that corner.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post that photo.
I know which one that. I know which one that is. That was a great entry, though.
But I think that's how it should be. It's
Yeah.
like he needs to do that corner, and whatever photo you get, you could
I
post.
have those pictures. I'll put up.
No, you did do that corner though.
Yeah,
I know what photo
I
you're
did.
talking about.
It was multiple tries,
Mhm.
and then some of them didn't. Some of them weren't successful, but some of them were. So I know what I was doing.
But that happens way more times than you think of.
Yeah.
Especially if you shoot grassroots events.
Yeah,
That's what like grassroots photography is. It's like I don't know who this driver is. I'm getting this angle on them. I hope they make that corner.
yeah,
And a lot of times they don't. And you just gotta like hope they complete at one point so you could send it and feel good about yourself.
yeah. What that makes me think about is just like when people see events and they see pictures of events and they see videos of events, but a lot of these like good drivers, they all have fucking bad times too. Like,
Yeah.
and people don't understand that. People see you see all these YouTube videos and these clips on Instagram, and they probably did that course 100 times, and 20 out of that 100 was like a good lap.
Yeah. Well, when I shot FD, like it's no different in FD than grassroots. Like they're figuring out, especially like a rookie driver or something. Like they're figuring out the track for a bit. Like you could get like a bunch of shots of them like spinning out or something like that. Like it happens. It's not like oh, you're a pro driver, like you're never gonna spin or whatever. Like no, I seen some pretty fuck ups like in practice.
Yeah.
Like it happens. Like they'll spin or whatever. It's just towards the end, like it's not even like they all get it. That's just what it is. Compared to like a grassroots event, like sometimes a guy just won't get it or whatever. So it happens.
Yeah, I think it's more common than people think, and a lot of people get discouraged, and then like driving an event, I'll be like, damn, I'm spinning out, and then I have to sit down and think like it's normal. It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody's out here fucking like not spinning out or fucking up. Like it's a normal thing.
For sure, if you're like trying to like progress as a driver too.
Yeah.
Like if you're like the people that are trying to progress as driving, they're gonna spin out a fuck ton.
Yeah.
But they're driving so much, you're gonna get a bunch of photos of them. So it won't matter because at the end of the session, they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's why, and like there's been times that for me it's just like, oh man, I can't fucking drive. There's people. Bush number 2.
Oh wait, no, it's this camera. My bad.
Yes.
If you hear the slurs, it's because of that.
Yeah. This is a slur juice. It's okay though.
It's only slur juice after like number 8 though. Before that, you're there like I'm totally fucking sober.
Yeah. You definitely you're good for a while, and then that one
bet it
hits.
gets fatter and shit.
And you're like, oh, okay, this is
Soon is gonna need a pee break for sure.
yeah. But yeah, I used to get discouraged driving and spinning out, and then there was a point where I just realized I'm like, it's like I've been driving for so long, and I still spin out. It's a normal thing. Like,
You know what's the worst?
you get over it.
As a media guy driving, even when I can't connect the corner, my eyes go towards the media guy or girl or whatever. And I know who's good. Like, for example, at UYB, the first year I went, Jason Scott was there, which I'm good friends with. And I would see Jason on the last corner, which I was there I want to get that fucking corner, which I couldn't. I could never get that fucking corner. That corner was way out of my league, right?
Yeah.
But I would see that corner. I would be like, I need to get that shit because Jason's there. And I'll go around the corner, and every now and then I'll get it. But Jason's hyping me up while I'm doing it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're doing
get
it
on your
wrong.
camera.
You're
don't you fucking dare do that.
Motherfucker, put your hand on the fucking trigger.
But I could pinpoint photographers and media guys as I'm driving sometimes, which is probably a terrible habit that I'm never going to shake.
It's bad because even as just a person that hasn't done media or just a regular driver,
your eyes in the wrong spot.
I can drive a lap by myself, and I'll look at them, and I'm like, oh, they're pointing it at me. Hey, how are you doing? What's up, man? How's it going? Oh shit, I'm driving. My bad. Yeah, and then go back to driving. So.
But it gets you. I feel for example, if they're pointing the camera at you, it gets you more hype.
Yeah, you're
facts. I don't know if that's just me or what, but
I'm driving and I'm doing good because they're shooting. They're all if it's a group of them pointing the camera at you, you're just like,
oh, I gotta get something good for these guys.
Yeah, they're all shooting me right now. I'm doing good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I wonder how many people actually look at.
So I asked this question to people, and I do get a lot of I don't see anyone when I'm out on track. I was there how? How the fuck do you see people? I see everything.
It's a bright vest.
The worst is Shane. My coach is Shane. Yo, I see Shane anywhere on track. I'm on track driving at OSW or whatever. And I just see Shane waving his arms and shit. I was there oh Shane's telling me how close I am to the wall or something. Shane's just being crazy.
It's amazing because he's at the same time that he's doing that, he's still either shooting a video or taking a picture of your car.
Facts.
He's always still it's always just and I'm just wow, this guy's talented.
This guy's got all the moves.
Yes.
Shane is the epitome of a hype man.
While getting media of you. He's good. He's a good guy. Shane.
Double income.
Oh, man. That's funny.
BRB for a pee break?
He's taking a pee break.
We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. After a short pee break. All right.
Do you avoid the shocks when you pee on the side?
No. All on them.
This guy.
Poor things. I'm the one that has to pick him up anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm putting gloves on to pick him up. I don't pick him up bare hand.
Thank God.
No. I have gloves that I use to pick up parts and throw on the back of my truck. I'm not.
Not an R. Kelly fan.
No. Not my cup of tea or piss. All right. A question that I had for you because I feel like you were able to think about it a lot.
Number 2, guys.
Number 2. Clearly sponsored by Bush. Thank you.
You gotta turn the camera. Oh no, yeah, mine's are facing out.
Yeah, I have this one perfectly. That camera.
I like
that camera can see it too. I can put this one over here. No, this one.
I feel like people are gonna watch this and be like, "We're not inviting these guys to any events,"
or might just get invited to everything.
Yeah, we're gonna get invited to all the scumbag events.
I'm not gonna name any.
All the clutch kicker events we're gonna invite to. That's what's happening.
Everything on the East Coast we're fucking driving. Everything.
And we're welcome.
Yes. Guys, come in. Did you bring your luggage with you? All right. So, hardest part of the learning curve.
Hardest part of the learning curve was, for me personally, was, so since I was around drifting for so long,
Mm-hmm.
I think mentally I was way ahead of where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be doing things that like I had no place in doing.
Yeah, you wanted to jump in a car and drive 30 minutes, get adjusted, and
Yeah,
go.
like I had like a really bad perception. Like, let's say EYB or whatever. Like when Will drove along with me, like I was trying to enter the corner, and Will's like, "Oh yeah, like this is totally not how you do it." But in my head, I was there like, yeah, bro, this is what I see in videos and shit.
Yeah.
Like this is what I do. I know what the car's supposed to look like in the outside, but on the inside, like I really had no idea. So that was, to me, the hardest part. Like toning down my mental side to be like, all right, no, you're fucked up. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. And that's where sim, in my opinion, helped me. Where like the sim, I was able to get down the basics because I had nowhere to do the basics here. Like you literally need to do the basics. Like, yeah, I could do a donut, but I couldn't do a figure eight, like in real life or whatever. So like the sim I was able to do that, and I was able to like learn transitions on the sim and shit like that. And then when I applied it to real life, it was like super easy. Like it was way easier. Like in the first, like for example, like I did OSW where I was like barely able to connect shit. And then because I had no seat time, like I just didn't have any seat time.
This before sim,
pre-sim, and then you have just car troubles, like where like you thought you had everything set up good, and then you go to track and like the car's fucked, like it just
the normal.
And it's like something
event.
That's fucked. That's like, I'll give you an example. A KA, I thought was good. KA, right? No, I
Never
blow
good.
One of the fucking intake hoses. That's a coolant line that you physically can't reach. My day's done.
Yes.
My day's fucking done.
This will bring you back to reality.
I'm sure someone listening to this is gonna be like, "Oh, bro, just swap that out in the parking lot." I had a heat stroke trying to do that. It's not happening.
What was this? This wasn't during the summer.
Yeah, this was during the summer, a Florida fucking summer. This wasn't happening. All right.
A good old 100 and something because of the humidity.
Yeah. Well, I did that. I got COVID right after that shit.
Oh shit, you did.
And then I got a sim. And then I was able to do everything that I wanted to in my head, right?
Yeah.
I got it all on my system, right? I went to OSW right after that. First lap, I'm licking the whole track. Like, easily. Because I was able to progress what I wanted in my mind on the sim. Like, if you could relate it to real life, you're good. Like, some people can't. Like, it's kind of like a weird fucking thing that's impossible to explain. I'm not going to even try.
I think visually you should be able to drive a sim, learn how to drive a sim, and then do things you couldn't do before. And then if you have something I think similar to it, apply it to real life.
Yeah, like my car drives very similar to like the cars I drive on the sim or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what helps a lot. Like there isn't a big, even though like the cars I drive are like different setup or whatever, like there isn't a big difference, I feel, or whatever. And that's why when I drove clutch kickers, like just a couple laps out there, and I was able to like more or less do it. Like I was avoiding initiation at first and just getting in track, and I was able to do it. And then I was able to complete the whole track fairly easily. At night, we got not drunk, and we were able to fucking tandem.
Yes, that was the we weren't drinking
at all, because you're not allowed, and we didn't do that.
Didn't have any bushes.
But it was so fun. It was so fun.
It was extremely slow. There was no like when it's that slow because it's wet. Mm-hmm. That place it's extremely.
I didn't know that's how it was going to be in the wet though. Like they competed
normally
in
not
the red,
that,
right?
I think they did.
Like in like one
partially,
of the pro rounds,
like
right?
as it
that
was drying
a nightmare.
Up. That was I mean, somebody like me that has 200 something horsepower, it was still kind of annoying to drive.
My guy NAKA, I enter. I wasn't on gas or anything till the late portion of that trying to transition or something. Like it was just insane.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not desirable in the wet.
I mean, for you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that are you can still drive in the wet and you're still gonna be able to move. That's just not one of them.
Immokalee was like that. When you drove Immokalee in the wet, that's when I got drifting the first time though. Like pre-sim or whatever, when I was able to do a corner, was Immokalee.
Okay.
Because Immokalee, we did the private day. We're the last people to drift in Immokalee, by the way.
You're welcome.
Sucker. What do you mean you're welcome? Or like you missed out, bitches.
I didn't mean that.
Yeah, we did that, and then I drove, and it was wet or whatever, and the car felt fucking great, and I was able to link the whole track or whatever before then.
Okay.
But it was that wet drifting was nothing like Clutch Kicker's wet drifting.
All right. So, yeah, no. I definitely, I remember Immokalee, thinking back to it now.
But Immokalee has like more, I'm assuming more grip than Clutch Kickers.
Immokalee was like...
That's just a cheese grater of a surface.
Yeah, if you get rocks and you throw it... They're doing in the kitchen over there, but... Yeah, if you get like rocks and you throw it somewhere, and then you get glue and you throw it somewhere, that's the equivalent of like that pavement.
It was a great. I wish that track was still around for South Florida. That show's like less than 2 hour drive. That caravan to Immokalee for that private day was nice.
Yeah.
For the people listening, it was like you had like a sea of cars. Like,
yeah.
What was it? We had like 12 drivers that day.
I think it was something along the lines of 12. I think it might have been a little bit more. I think it was like 14.
And then we all met up at like at the rest stop.
Yeah.
Chilled, fucking got snacks or whatever. That shit was super fun.
Yeah, it's definitely nicer having somewhere to go drift that's very close by to you, like less than a 2 hour drive or something. That's the only thing. Like at the time, that's the only times that I can remember me looking at Palm Beach. Like, yes, finally. This is before County Line, because County Line was every other Saturday.
Nothing beats. So South Florida wise, nothing beats a County Line. Like even I wasn't drifting, and then I knew I was gonna do my first event at Palm Beach. I was never excited about that. Like Palm Beach, you can't compare Palm Beach to County Line.
No, $30, something like that. I think it was
$30 on. No, it was $25 on Wednesdays if I remember right.
Yeah,
for like a full 5 hours.
I never went to a Wednesday one.
The Wednesdays were fire. It was every Wednesday. Like there was sometimes that was like a high driver turnout, which was even like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but high driver in Miami is like 20 something, 30.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy at that small skid pad or whatever.
But definitely it was just like being able to drive somewhere that close. Going, okay, I get to drive my car over here, drift for a little bit, and come back home.
No,
still with all in the same day. So it's just like I don't have to go plan a trip. Let's all do all this nonsense. Find somewhere to stay and sleep, maybe. Yeah, not even. Yeah, even at that point. But even though we don't do it for Orlando, anyways,
we kind of sort of do for Orlando. It depends on the event, but like Orlando's a pain in the dick for us to like plan for. Like imagine if you guys weren't you guys started trading your when though. Like you guys weren't always trading to events. I think I met you. Oh no, actually when I met you, you were always trading, but Danny wasn't. It wasn't to the 3-car trader.
No,
that
when
was.
we met way before I got back into drifting. I met you when I had my FRS, correct?
Do you really want me to say that story?
No, it's not talking about the backstory. When was it the day that No, we're not talking about the backstory. No backstory. No backstory.
I met you when you did have the FRS when I met you.
Okay. Yeah, so I had the FRS.
But that like gutter club or whatever wasn't a thing. Like you guys what I'm thinking is like Like you already had your trader. Leo had your trader. Garden Club was a thing. It was mostly Danny driving to the events. Kyle was driving to the events. Chicken was driving to events. Like Nick is still driving. Like Nick was driving to events pretty much. Like everyone besides you and Leo were driving to events, and it was to fucking Orlando, which is 4-hour drive. Like it sucked dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trailering now with my own trailer, like 3 years. Yeah, I've had my own trailer for like 3 years. Definitely changed how I was able to drive.
Yeah, it's completely different. Like I didn't understand it till like I was able to like 3 or whatever like trader to an event.
Yeah.
And it's just way better. Like it just doesn't make sense not to.
Yeah, you just have to worry about your car getting on and off the trailer.
Yeah, like street driving to the event, especially like far, is like a pain in the fucking dick. It sucks because like you could have like a small breakdown, like it could be like super small,
A small
and it
breakdown
becomes like
huge,
a big problem.
Yeah, because of where you're at.
And that's what happened to me. I realized that when I did OSW, and what was it? I fucked up the intake manifold hose that I couldn't fucking get to forever.
Yeah.
And I was dying. And then I had to like trade her back, and then Nelson had to drive his car back, which he set everything up to be tradered.
Mm-hmm.
I was there like, yeah, I inconvenienced him to come back. And then now I gotta fucking.
But it happens. I've been to events where there's the first event that I ever broke my car. That I ever really truly like broke. It was Homestead. We did a demo in Homestead, and that's where I realized the importance of the trailer, because I didn't take my trailer. I was like, it's fucking Homestead. I'm gonna fucking drive my car to Homestead.
I'm gonna be a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. And then after I'm gonna drive to Homestead, and then I'm gonna come back. That wasn't the case. Leo trailered. I was like, I did the event, blew my fucking motor, and then asked Leo. I looked at him. I was just like, yo. And he goes, I'll drive back. Luckily, it was like it's a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
But that's where I realized the importance of the trailer and how necessary it is, because, yeah, it definitely changes how you're going to drive the day. Facts. Depending on where you're at, a little problem becomes a huge problem, and now your day is fucking changed completely.
Yeah.
But, yeah, trailers.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like it's like if you're going to drift or whatever, like in the beginning phases, you'd be like, fuck it, I'll street drive to events or whatever, which that's what I did or whatever. But at one point, you're going to be like, if you really want to like progress or whatever, that's an expense. That's part of it. Like you have to do it. Yeah. If you like, you could get by for a while, because back in the day, that's what people did. Like back in the day, people didn't street drive. I mean, trader, they street drove, they drove at like high levels or whatever. But it's always a fucking risk. Like it's a risk where you're gonna spend more money than you did tradering. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have to emergency spend.
Yeah, like emergency spending sucks dick.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a huge difference.
There's a lot of sucking dick in the podcast right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick sucking in
this is where it gets edited out.
There's a lot of dick sucking and drifting. If you didn't know, suck a lot of dicks. So many dicks. But yeah, back to this is.
That's for sure an edit.
Background. It might not. Back to definitely getting through the learning curve, which is where we were at before. Getting over that learning curve, the hardest part that you said was
the mental. It was mentally progressing past what you have mentally. Like you might be mentally ahead of what your driver skill is, and you're thinking way too ahead type shit. Like you gotta tone it back, which happens a lot when people overbuild cars.
Yeah, you were. Oh,
that's a big thing. It's because mentally you're there, like, oh fuck, like I did this. I want to drive this way, and then you start like mentally losing it and fucking going off in this like.
Okay, so yeah,
realm.
that makes a big part of like overcoming learning curve, and it's for people that think that drifting is overbuilding a car, and it is not. That is the worst way to get into drifting. You're gonna have the worst time. You're gonna hate your life. You're gonna overbuild something that you're probably not gonna be able to fix on the side of the track.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna quit. You're
I think people lose focus on like realistically how much money they have. Yeah. Like let's say like personally, like if I decided like, you know what, fuck the bullshit. Like I want to build a TD06 monster of a fucking car, right? Yeah. I can't fucking financially afford that shit. Like you fucking out of here. Like I blow something on that, like I'm done for the day. Like it's over. Like, and that's what people forget about.
Yeah.
When people overbuild, like it's just your personal finances. If you could personally finance like a crazy build, then go for it. I mean, hopefully you're not learning or whatever, but
yeah. No, learning with an overbuilt car, it is a huge handicap because I feel that when you learn, you're not only learning how to drift, but you're learning what you have to do, how to maintain, and take care of your car, and what you're gonna need.
Yeah.
To actually go through an event and be like, okay, you know, I made it out of this one safe, but you know, I still had my backup with me. I was able to fix whatever I fucked up.
I think that depends a lot too on like how far you want to get with driving too. Like if you're like I just want to get good enough to do corners and like be able to kind of tandem with people.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter as much as long as you got like decent cash or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you want to get like good, in my opinion, most of the guys that like are high level drivers started off in a shit chassis. Like not shit, but like
something they were able to fuck up.
Yeah, like most, let's say Japan, right? Most of those guys start off in fucking Corollas, like NA GTS fucking Corollas, right? And then they destroy those, and then they progress to fucking S chassis, and then through technology, they were able to fucking progress those. Even let's say Naoki that everyone looks up to, like Naoki, even like fucking, you could only do so much in fucking early 2000s. Like you can't fucking progress the shit out of that chassis. Like he learned it through time and through like the people before him. Like facts, like that's just what it is. Till like the late 2000s when he was a beast, type shit. Like that's the same for like us. Like
we're the same. We're just on a lot slower of a pace than they were.
But like learning in a chassis like that's just not gonna help you. Yeah. Like you need to progress with the chassis, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's purely my opinion on that.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that have a different take on it. And they'll be like, yeah, no, fuck it. Why? I'm not going to fucking... I don't want to learn in a fucking KA car. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, whatever. I want to fucking have a 1J or a 2J in my car already.
Yeah.
I want to have this fucking angle kit. I don't want to drive anything else. This is all I want to drive. And, yeah, it's definitely a handicap for people that... It goes back to the point of like you don't know how to maintain it yet.
Yeah.
So I think you need to learn how to maintain an easier car that doesn't have like modified parts that are, you know, you can only order online. Like to me, the best is learning in a car that you can go to the auto parts and pick up a part, take it back home, fix your car the same day.
Yeah. Well, that's what the guys in Japan were doing though. Like they were learning in Corollas where you can do that at Toyota.
Yeah.
Like you just go to Toyota and fucking pick up parts or whatever.
Yeah, people don't get that. It's just there's
and that's
stuff,
like from the fucking 80s.
Yeah. It's parts it's cars that parts were readily available.
Yeah.
So and that's definitely a big thing to get over the learning curve. And I drove my first cars were KA cars. S14, a KA S14. Before that, I drove a Miata, but they were all stock cars. They weren't anything.
I was thinking of like drivers that like started in NA chassis that were good. And I think like what I came up with was like, let's say like Will Parsons, fucking Corolla.
Yeah.
Like obviously like the Corolla guys. You had fucking Roy from Auto Collect drove NAK for fucking years before he like stepped up to an SR. Who else? Nacho in the fucking Lone Star or whatever. He drove NAK for fucking years, if I remember right. Like there's like a lot of drivers that like I think are good that drove NA for years and competed in NA.
I think Chelsea did the same thing. Chelsea don't know.
Chelsea's a weird one. Chelsea's been like driving since he was like fucking like 14 or some weird shit in South Florida.
But he was driving?
I don't know what he was competing. I don't know enough about Chelsea's like competing background. But Chelsea's like kind of like a weird mix because like he drove XCC or whatever in the BMW, but that BMW I don't think was like low powered. Like it was like powered. Like everyone that drove XCC that was like placing had enough power to place in a way. It's like driving clutch kickers. Like Nick Scardino's driving clutch kickers like pre this season or whatever in like a low power car in theory. Yeah. And he's like trying to place or whatever. Like if he was placing in that car, that would be fucking insane type shit, but he's not or whatever. Like Chelsea was driving XCC in a car that can place. But he was a good driver or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he drives the shit out of obviously, but some of these cars that they're like, oh, it's an NA car, he's still making like 300 horsepower in these cars.
I guess I don't know anything about Beamers, but I just know like that car was
that TI. It's a high horsepower car. It's not a high horsepower car, but it's a high NA horsepower car. Yeah, it's fast. I think it's an M3 motor. It's a fast. It's a fast car. These things. I think it's like high 200s, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Yeah. But it's a fast fucking car. It's not slow. But yeah. Being able to learn in an NA car. Well,
but that's also like, did you listen to? I sent it to you, by the way. It's what Brandon Mays was talking about on the Goodest podcast or whatever. Yeah. He was saying how like in Japan he went there, and they stuck him in like a 180, like stock turbo, stock angle, and they didn't let him do anything, and they forced him to drive. Well, they didn't force him. I'm sure he did it on his own. He drove Mayhan or whatever, but he wanted like different shit, and they told him like, nah, like this is how you drive. And then he kept going till like finally like he was able to get knuckles and bullshit or whatever. But also when I did an interview on Adult Vacation or whatever with Simba was saying, which Simba's like, he drove Pro-Am back in fucking like 07, I want to say, the Laughlin Pro-Ams. Like Simba's like a really good fucking driver. He's like, in my opinion, like one of my favorite like drivers in that realm or whatever. He was saying how like he didn't get angled till like he broke something, and like he was like, oh well, I guess I gotta get some knuckles or whatever, replace this shit. Like that's the natural progression in my opinion of driving. Like you don't start driving like some crazy shit. Like you drive what you have, you fuck it up, and then you replace what you need to, and if you can, you upgrade it or whatever. But you don't progress terribly quickly. Mechanics wise, skill level wise, it's whatever. But like mechanics wise of the car, like you handicap yourself in a way.
I think I drove on stock knuckles for like a good year and a half before I actually I had extended lowers, tension rods. I had all the other stuff, but I didn't have upgraded knuckles. I think for like the good portion of driving most of these events. And then finally, like my last event, having an RB before I went SR, I had angle, and I was like, oh, this is fucking great. Like, because at that point
why was it that you're so set on like switching from the RB to an SR? Because in my opinion, like the RB20 It's such like a tank of a motor.
I was RB25.
But why didn't you like, oh, RB25? Like, I'll just go RB20. Fuck it. But you went SR to like a motor that nowadays is fucking rare. Like, below the fucking SR, like you're in a can of worms. In a way.
Well, at this point, Well, I mean, I gathered some after having SRs. I, picked up parts from other people just to have extra parts. But going from RB to SR, I felt from a KA that's still iron, going to RB, I felt the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also had to struggle with making stuff up to make power steering work on an RB25 to S chassis, which kind of like turned me off to like RBs.
Okay.
So I was just like, damn, I have to like
I'm
make
sure Nick
something
is
up.
listening to this right now, just like fuck that guy.
Yeah. No, like yeah. No, there's people that have their fucking thing. It's just that I guess like through all this, you gotta remember that through all this, I'm still learning shit.
Yeah.
This is
a few years back.
Yeah, this isn't like stuff that I like. There's always the if I knew back then what I know now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go back and
I don't have
do
that, by the way.
differently.
Me, it's like I fucked up then, and I'm fucking up now.
But there'll be a point that you're gonna be like, if I knew then what I know now, and you always get to that point. And having the RBs, I had a convertible RB20 that I never put power steering on. I was just like, fuck this, I'm not gonna go through all this shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then like now, I'm like, if I knew then what I know now, that fucking car could have been. That car would have been the fucking ultimate party car. Fucking convertible, fucking roll cage, bucket seat. I had it already all fucking gutted out. I would have just made it something, a party car.
Yeah.
But now to me, it's just like I was stupid back then, but I learned a lot on the way. I guess it comes with like learning on actually working on cars. But yeah, RB to SR, I felt the difference. You feel the difference in the car. I went from a KA to an RB, and I was like, okay, this is a lot more. It's a lot more motor. It's a lot heavier in the front, and everything's extended.
Yeah.
So like the front of the car feels different. How it drives feels different. I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me try an SR. Like, you get all these negative reviews and all this down talk on SRs. I said, let me try an SR. I'm probably going to like it.
Yeah.
I did it, swapped the motor, started driving with it, and I said, the car feels fucking great. Like how the car drives, it's especially in an S14, it's just everything becomes so smooth.
Okay.
With it. So you can just kind of like, you're not driving around the front of the car anymore. With an RB, you're kind of driving around the front of the car. The car kind of tends to like way down, even like however you set up the suspension. You're still kind of like, you change the pivot point of where the car rotates.
Yeah.
And it becomes more of like a front heavy car, and you're driving and the back feels like a lot more aggressive almost. And then you put the SR in it, and the SR is just like, it's a very nimble car, and you could kind of like work it with the throttle.
Nice.
Like the whole time. So, yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about this because I have a K.
SR. SR. I think it's just the small 4-cylinder. Being able to make the power off a small 4-cylinder that you're able to place above the axle in the front instead of like extending it forward. It just makes it like a lot better.
Nice.
It makes the driving a lot better. Like I feel like that. It might be wrong, but for some people, like excluding Nick Scardino, because that guy's fucking animal in either of the cars, it just driving a certain way. Like if I guess you have kind of different style in mind. To me, it was easier to throw in the car, like the turns, with the SR and kind of like predict what was gonna happen with the car.
Yeah, like you felt more comfortable with it.
Yeah, it was fun. Little torquey motor, but great.
It was a good choice.
That was definitely a good choice. With that, I think that's about the time that we have today for our Good Choice podcast. Having a bush with Nelson. Thank you for tuning in.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou. No, it's still on.
How is it on? Like we turn it on this part down. Are you sure? No, that shit's off as fuck.
Oh, now it's on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's off.